The Delta State Command of the Nigerian Police has rescued 3 kidnapped victims from the hands of the abductors at different times and areas of the state. The Commissioner of Police, Delta State, Olufemi Abaniwonda, revealed this at the police headquarters in Asaba, the Delta State capital, where he reeled out the Delta State Police Command achievements in its effort to rid the state of criminality from July 25th to September 4th, 2024. Charles Kosipre reports that 2 females and a male kidnapped victims were presented before journalists, while 16 armed robbery and kidnap suspects were paraded alongside recovered guns, ammunition, and drugs. CP Abaniwonda Olufemi, in his brief, cautioned parents to give more attention to what their young children and wards are doing, as most of the suspects in police custody are in their early 20s and were arrested for crimes ranging from kidnapping, armed robbery, cultism, and drug abuse.
First on our list is an incident that happened yesterday, which led to the recovery of 3 locally made cut-to-size guns, 1 pump action, and 3 live cartridges, and a vehicle with which these items were being conveyed. On the 4th of September, police undercover surveillance team attached to B Division, Asaba here, one undercover patrol along Okwe Road, Oko Market, Asaba, sighted a Toyota Avalon with registration number JJT 253AJ on sighting the police operatives, the vehicle to flight. There was a chase, and the vehicle eventually was abandoned. Upon search at the police station, 3 locally made cut-to-size guns, 1 pump action, and 3 live cartridges were recovered. Then on the 31st of August, at 0250 hours, acting on credible information, this is the rescue of kidnapped victims. They had been kidnapped and taken to an abandoned poultry. This also brings us to the use to which we put our properties to. Unfortunately, we had credible intelligence and we rescued working with our local vigilante. Unfortunately, we decided to take caution because when we arrived there, an individual decided to jump. What we did not know, or what we did not ascertain as at then, was that whether it was a victim or it was one of those who had carried out this dastardly act. Unfortunately, it turned out that it was one of those who had carried out the act. The victims were rescued. 1 dead gun, 10 rounds of live cartridges were recovered, but we're on their trail. Technology has made a lot of things easy. We are doing what we can. Another 3rd incident is the recovery of 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 English pump action, 1 locally made cut-to-size. On 13th August, you remember that the Polytechnic, on the 13th of August, students were doing their sign-out. Normally it has become a trend now, inaugural. And then because we have been having these incursions from around the Edo axis, the DP was directed, please kindly go through that bush area and see what is happening there. And lo and behold, these 4 individuals were sighted just hanging around, apparently with a view to kidnap parents who had come to witness the sign-out of their children. A chase was made, and 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 English pump action gun, 1 local made cut-to-size gun, and cartridges were recovered. Schools have been on holidays, and some of these youths, because they are on holidays, involved in all sorts of them. If you look at the age bracket of the people we are bringing in, just check 20, 21, 22, 23. Parents, society will need to look at what their children do when they are not away from home. A lot of us will say, no, I trust my child. Please, we need to be more proactive when it comes to parenting.
One of the rescued female victims is a breastfeeding mother. She was kidnapped from a house in Onitsha Ugbo on the 28th of August at 7 p.m. by the kidnappers, who knocked her on her head with a hard object and carried her into the bush bleeding.
As I want to lock my house so that I can enter inside, I don't know that there are men hanging around. So they rushed me. I leave the door, run, enter inside. They follow me, enter inside the house, start beating me with stick, pointing gun at me. From there, they dragged me from the house, enter bush. After that, the bleeding was too much. They asked me whether there is anybody I can call to come and rescue me. Because if I sleep here till next morning, maybe the bleeding might kill me.
CP Abaniwonda Olufemi also revealed that the police has also taken care of insecurity in the Ika Northeast local government area of the state and are on the trail of some kidnappers that killed 2 policemen in Warri in their failed attempt to kidnap the wife of a lawmaker.
Best of our knowledge, we had these challenges earlier, and it was around the Ika area. And believe you me, it has been dealt with. If I've dealt with Ugeli Patani axis, maybe you have one or two, but if you ask any indigenous, farmers are back on their farms in Delta. I also like to say this. The state government, apart from what my IGP is doing, the state government in its wisdom has set up the agro rangers. And this is also very passionate to His Excellency, the Executive Governor, Governor Sheriff of Owerri. And you can ask any person here. So farmers are back. Initially, towards the beginning of the rainy season, farmers were having challenges. Farmers go to their farms now. And we are hoping that, unlike other places where we have had floods and we have had other things, we are hoping that in Delta, that this year will give us a bumper harvest. What I'd also like to say is that the government in its wisdom is also acquiring hectares of land for farmers. We are on it. Now to the issue in Warri. Yes, there was an attempt and we unfortunately lost 2 operatives. But also, there was a major engagement, and I'm sure you are aware of this. Because we realized that if we don't engage, this will become more emboldened. So on this date, while they were trying to escape, they were engaged. I don't know what to say more than that. What we have not brought here today is a recovery to make from that engagement. What we have not brought here today is the operational thing that they use that will recover. Because it's an ongoing investigation, I want us to leave it at that. We will get there.
The commissioner further spoke on kidnap cases along the Patani, Ogara axis and others in Ipan, Asaba, Ugeli and other parts of the state.
Arrest of suspected kidnappers and recovery of 2,344,000 naira. That will be shown to you. You all will remember that along the Patani Ogara axis, we have usually had this incident of people opening fire on oncoming vehicles or outgoing vehicles and mass kidnapping of people. We have dealt significantly with that threat. And if you all will bear us witness that in the last 2-3 months, there's been no incident on that road. In the course of our discrete investigation, some individuals were picked up with this amount of money in mints, because apparently when they contacted the families of their victims, they were directed to ensure that the money is brought in mints. And I'm glad to say that the victims have come to identify their properties, they have identified the individuals as those who carried out this disturbing act. Death of a suspected kidnapper, recovery of 2 pump action guns and 16 rounds of live ammunition, again illegally agents. We had worked on intelligence, and then he had said, look, let me take you to where our weapons are. We are still looking for the rest of them, but we have 2 pump actions, we have 16 rounds of live ammunition. Arrest of suspected armed robbers, recovery of 1 Beretta pistol, 2 English revolver pistols, and 6 locally made guns and ammunition. This happened in Nepan here. And you will remember that at the stage, one individual they had gone to rob the university in Ogara. These are the people that have all been brought, and we are still working on arresting the rest of the gang members. Recovery of 1 AK-47 rifle and 29 rounds of 7.62 mm ammunition. This happened on the 25th of July. Operative of Rapid Response Squad on stop and search at Coca here, right here, in Asaba, sighted a young man pretending to be waiting for a vehicle, and he was asked, oh boy, what is inside? Can we see what is inside your bag? and what we found is an AK-47 rifle, transporting again to Warri Ogele artists.
Charles Kosipre for Quest News.